40%, the major problem with this picture. Also, a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Aura, but more on them in just a couple minutes. Alright, now in this video, I do want to specifically talk about Social Security and a major problem with this program, as you will clearly see with the 40% figure that I'm going to be sharing with you right here in this video, as well as some other details that were recently released. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that as of recently, we've been getting a lot of new bills, packages, and proposals introduced by a variety of different lawmakers to shore up this program and to reform Social Security in a major way. Now, to be fair, as of right now, nothing has been changed quite yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they come forward on this and actually change this program, because it may actually be beneficial for the roughly 70 million beneficiaries who do receive benefits from the Social Security Administration. It's a lot of people, right? Yeah, exactly. Well, with that being said, let's get into it and talk about this 40% figure, as well as some other details that were recently released and how this is a major problem. And you can clearly see this picture is not working very well for the vast majority of beneficiaries. So get this new report was released showing 40% of Social Security beneficiaries rely on their monthly check for 90% or more of their monthly income. Let me say that again, because that can maybe be a little bit confusing to hear that. 40% of Social Security beneficiaries rely on their monthly check for 90% or more of their monthly income. Long story short, essentially what that means is that basically 40% of Social Security beneficiaries rely on essentially all of their check for pretty much their monthly income. That's a lot, right? I mean, that is a lot of people that rely on not that much money on an ongoing monthly basis for their only source of income every single month, right? Well, with that being said, also, not only is it important to increase our income as much as we possibly can, but we also want to protect everything we possibly can, especially right now with all this weird stuff going on. And again, that is why I'm partnering with Aura on this video. So again, I'd like to thank today's video sponsor, Aura, an easy-to-use app with everything you need to stay safe online. Aura helps protect you from scammers and hackers by scanning through the so-called dark web, where these criminals like to sell your personal information, including email addresses, passwords, and even Social Security numbers. If they find anything, they alert you immediately. They also help you fight back against these annoying websites that make your personal information public by automatically requesting removal of your information, which also helps reduce all of these robocalls. Aura gives you practically real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries. For example, if somebody were trying to open a credit card or a loan in your name. Also, their VPN allows you to stay anonymous online by keeping your browsing history and your personal information safe and encrypted. And they protect your devices from viruses, malware, and spyware by keeping the bad guys from breaking in. So maybe you already have an app or two that does a few of these things. The cool thing about Aura is you're not going to need to download and pay for 7 different apps, but rather you'll get it all with just this one. Now here's the really cool part. Aura has a special offer for all of you right here in this community. They're going to be giving you a 14-day free trial if you use my link down below in the description, or simply go to aura.com/blindtobillionaire. You're going to be completely shocked with how much they find for you during that 14 days. So again, feel free to check out that link down below in the description, or simply go to aura.com/blindtobillionaire to grab your 14 days for free. So as we discussed just a couple minutes ago, 40% of Social Security beneficiaries are relying on their monthly check for virtually all of their monthly income, and this is a picture that is not really working out right now, especially for the vast majority of beneficiaries out there who are really struggling right now. And this clearly shows and illustrates what is actually going on, because we all completely understand Social Security beneficiaries generally do not pay all that much, and it's pretty difficult to live on a small fixed income benefit strictly from Social Security. In fact, as we look through all the statistics and we look at all of the average payments out there right now, the average Social Security retirement beneficiary is getting $1,801 per month right now, and the average Social Security disability beneficiary, SSDI, is getting $1,476 every single month. Now get this, as of right now in 2023, the average rent across this country is $1,300 each and every month. Well, let's run the math on that. If somebody is an SSDI beneficiary and they're paying the average rent across this country of $1,300 a month, and they're getting the average benefit of $1,476 a month, guess what? That only leaves them $176 a month to actually live on, right? That is not that much. Now get this much as well. Let's just take the average Social Security retirement beneficiary getting $1,801 a month. And again, these are the averages here. I will talk about these more here in just a second. But even the average Social Security retirement beneficiary getting a tad over, $1 over $1,800 a month. Even if this person was paying the average rent of $1,300 a month, that means that they would have $500 a month to live off of to pay off all the other things like gas in your car, food in your fridge and on your pantry, on your table, utilities. I mean, literally, the list goes on. And $500, let's just all be real for a second. What does $500 get you these days? Not much, right? It does not get much anymore. A few years ago, yeah, $500, great. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to dismiss $500 either. But yes, $500 these days, unfortunately, does not get us a whole lot anymore. And it's a really, really tough time. So this report that was released is showing that that's a huge percentage of people, 40% of beneficiaries. Now, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a major problem, and this is a picture that does not make sense, right? Well, let's look at the details behind all of this because we can clearly see that is a huge percent. Now, 40% of, say, 70 million beneficiaries is, what is that? What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to calculate the math. It's like I can't even think right now. 28, is that 28 million people? I think that's 28 million people of 70 million. So roughly 28 million people, if my math is correct on that, are living on their monthly benefit as the vast majority or virtually all of their monthly income. Again, that's nuts, right? That is a huge, huge problem. And again, remember, those are the averages. The numbers that I told you, the $1,800 for a Social Security retirement beneficiary and the a little bit less than $1,500 for a Social Security disability beneficiary are the averages. However, are many people here in this community getting those averages as a monthly benefit? I'm going to go ahead and guess probably not, okay? The reason I say that is I've seen benefit amounts down below in the comment section, which, by the way, please don't leave that down below. That's not my business and nobody else's business either. But I've seen benefit amounts down below in the comment section, and I don't know if I've ever seen an $1,800 retirement benefit, okay? So that is making it really tough for people. Now get this much as well. So some other reports that were released as well. In fact, I was just out a couple days ago talking about this. But as of right now, there's 37.9 million people in the United States living in poverty. That's a huge number, right? 37.9 million. It's 11.6% of our population. In fact, like I said, I was just out a couple days ago with that video talking about that, and you could see that, and I talked about all the details of that. But that is just total people living in poverty in the United States right now. However, get this. The reports also show 21.7 million people are lifted out of poverty every single year just because of Social Security. So, okay, what I guess I want to know is how many people are still living in poverty because of Social Security, right? So they're telling us how many people are lifted out of poverty because of Social Security, but I want to know how many people are living in poverty because of Social Security, right? I think that's a good question as well. Do we know the answer to that? Well, I could do some digging on that to see if I can find anything, but I don't know the number on that right now. In fact, I will do some digging on that and see if I can find the statistics on that that I can bring to you in a separate video, but that is some pretty interesting stuff right there, right? That is a lot of people that are, living in a pretty tough situation virtually at no fault of their own, right? So again, these are some crazy big numbers right here, and we can clearly see it. Social Security is a program that was set up to, essentially help people out during retirement or in the unfortunate situation that somebody may become disabled during their working years. And we can clearly see it. This program is failing a lot of people in a major, major way, right? Anyway, I want to share this with you. I found this to be very interesting. I always like to come across reports like this and do this information, dig through this information, because these are the types of reports and this is the type of information that we really need to focus on to see what's going on out there and what really needs to be done with this program, because we can clearly see the program's great, nice, sending out monthly benefits to a lot of people, but we got a major problem when we see this huge of a percentage of people that are relying on these monthly benefits for all of their income, and we know that these monthly benefits are not that much, right? So Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, all I want to do is keep you updated with everything going on. It's a very weird time right now. Things are very strange. Things are updating very quickly. There's a lot of new bills, packages, and proposals coming out of Congress as it pertains to Social Security. And again, you never know what's going to come out of them, which is exactly why we need to continue watching all this very closely and why I'm bringing you these updates each and every day as we're getting this new information. It's a super busy time right now. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, and catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now. See ya.